Okay, we are actually headed to our plant farm for the first time since Hurricane Helene. Let me make sure that you guys can see. We have no idea. We just know that the plant farm ended up losing, like, I don't know, 80% of their crops. And they are rebuilding now. So we are going to pick up some veggie plants.
For our garden.
Yeah.
We had to run out and do an estimate for lawn treatment.
Yeah. So it's Friday, April, 25th?
Yeah, and we had...
Sorry. It's Friday, April 25th.
And we had a lot of rain.
Yes, we just had a lot of rain. So I don't think today is going to be a mowing day. We're just going to have to see what we can get done tomorrow. And then everybody else is just going to start fresh next week.
Yep.
So let's see what happened at Hens. Oh my gosh, you can see so much more.
Ooh, look at all the flowers.
Look at that. Oh yeah, I see. Man, this whole thing must have flooded. So they actually rebuilt a lot of their houses. You can see everybody's doing well. So that's a good thing. It's just amazing how much you can see here now though, right?
Yeah.
And this is like nothing compared. But so we have veggies in tow. I'll show you behind. Yes, we are in Kayla's car, which she's gonna kill us because she just cleaned her car too, but it was easier, less gas mileage.
Yeah, now we're gonna go off.
Yep, now we're gonna go home and figure out what we're gonna do with this stuff.
Yeah. Look guys, if you previously watched videos, remember there used to be a mountain there? You couldn't see that mountain back there. The trees would be all the way past them telephone. They were as high as those trees in the background. All that. They cut the mountain down and they're moving the mountain over here and rebuilding a flat land area there to build a Publix. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, for the light, so we'll just have to...
Well, it won't have to no more. That tree's gone, remember?
Yeah.
It'll probably grow better now.
And
good.
Then they're taking the bed just...
straight across,
right.
And all this is turned into grass.
Right.
Good afternoon, Rach.
Hi.
So we are at our next project. It rained for a fortnight, but it wasn't a ton of rain. It was probably a couple inches, but we don't like to mow when it just stops raining in the morning if it poured down all night. We're not so overloaded with our mowing accounts that we just swing over here. This is our next project we're going to start, so we're going to start working on this and get back to mowing on tomorrow. We'll mow a bunch tomorrow, but I'm going to prune back this azalea. We're turning all this into grass again. Rachel's playing with roots right now.
Yep.
Rachel's going to prune back all the dead out of the rose bushes, and when they bloom, we'll cut them back down a little further so they can sprout out new growth. We're going to prune this all the way down and shape it to get it to grow now into a ball like this azalea, because there used to be a big tree here, a big red bud, but if you go back in videos a couple years back, you can see it. And we're going to plant, I brought an evergreen with us. We're going to plant that. What are we planting that right on the corner? Yeah. Like more probably exactly where here is?
Yeah. If you can get it there.
Okay.
If you can get it here, if not, then we might have to.
Yeah.
It's going to be easier to pull that out than if you can't get this out for some reason.
No, I should be able to. I got an old saw. I'll hack around it with my most favorite tool is this pickaxe here that I have. So in this part, we're doing that. We're planting that tree. We're bringing 10 yards of good topsoil to put here, and all back here we're putting all new topsoil. So we'll come in here, we'll weed eat all this down, and then, so we'll probably put a yard up here, and then 9 yards all back in here from the play set all around here to get more grass growing. There used to be huge oak trees here. If you go back in our videos, you would see, but Hurricane Helene took a lot of these down, a lot of these trees. There's a lot of damage. See, up in here, all these trees, everything. It's like this all through the woods. And that's not going to get cleaned up unless we come in and clean it. Now on this property, we're going to cut all the leaning stuff, clean up all out over there, but that's the next phase. For now, we're going to get this going and get grass back there. And when we get ready to do that, we'll show you what we're going to do. So let me get to pruning this azalea, and then I'm going to mess with digging.
So 1 hour. 1 hour in.
Rachel's been pruning all the rose bushes.
Yeah, I pruned the rose bushes back as much as I could. We need to bring spray, and then I'll be able to get the rest of them next week. So that is part of that. Carl is sweaty.
I like doing this stuff though.
Yeah.
Now don't get me wrong, if I owned a bobcat, I'd probably pull it out like that,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna rent something. You just charge for digging it out.
Yeah.
Make sure you charge right. I figured it would probably take me 2 hours to get this out completely.
Yeah, and then we also are planting something too, so yeah. And he showed you around, but look, the roses are blooming, so that's why I didn't want to prune them completely down yet.
I don't have to go to the gym when I do stuff like this.
Yeah.
I stay nice and fit, right?
Yeah, I have to bring a weed eater back.
I have a weed eater, but I got into doing this today.
Yeah, well, I know.
I have to trim it before.
Yeah, so this is definitely a project that we're going to be in and out over this season.
We used to mow, but
yeah,
I didn't want to come out this far anymore mowing.
It's out of our, like, this is out of our route. We only had her and one other person, and it just, the time that it was taking us for us to get all the way out here, it just wasn't benefiting. But when she reached out to us and asked us if we would be willing to do some Hurricane Helene cleanup and then projects, we were willing. Because we can be here for more than just a mow.
Oh man, I think I'm way under it now.
Way under it now? Let's get a different angle. Oh yeah, look at you. Good job.
So it's, see it's moving now? I
Yeah.
get more underneath there. I can step on it. Okay, let's see.
Oh yeah.
See that?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just there might be one more root back here.
Man, that evergreen was there for a really long time though, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's a few more.
And see, we got a yellow false cypress to match that yellow false cypress way over there. Oh, there. Good job. Oh, man, we should have thought about bringing the rope today.
See guys, a little bit of muscle. So if you're a solo guy or a guy that's getting out here just with somebody else, you don't always need a big giant
No,
machine. It's helpful, but when you first start, ooh, that broke.
Oh my goodness, my saw broke.
When you first started mowing, most of us didn't grab them big $15,000 mowers.
No, we had the
We started out with push mowers, so don't be afraid
22s. Yeah.
to come in here and use a little elbow grease or a little bit of your muscle.
again, we originally were gonna put a machine in here to help us grade and like move soil too, but
we quoted it like that because the difference in the machine makes up in the sometimes the extra hours you put in.
right, what you have to, your muscles.
At that point, you're using your muscles to make the money.
Mm-hmm.
And you save on the machine, so. Okay, there you guys go. Took us an hour and 38 minutes to dig that stump out. Big stump. Replant that evergreen. Rachel pulled roots out, and Rachel pruned back all the dead out of the rose bushes.
I got some weeds, but we need to spray.
Okay.
I picked up debris. I'm gonna go ahead and blow real quick, I guess, right?
Sure, I'm gonna load this in. Good afternoon, boss.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Ready to mow after so many days off, even though there's puddles everywhere, like everywhere.
Well, you seen, we didn't really technically have all the days off. We went and pulled out that big stump.
Yeah.
By hand. I used my muscles to get it out.
And Coral went and did some pruning.
Oh, yeah. So you guys seen the pruning. But we are mowing today.
Yeah.
We are gonna just mow. We're not in a rush. We have 3 of them, 2 up here, then we got to go back down, and then we have another one we definitely have to do, and then we'll come back home and see what happens. And
yeah, see where we get from there.
everything's still so wet. There's puddles. I'd say maybe go mow the neighbor's yard, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, so wait, there's 2 more you wanted to get done down there. The one that I definitely told that we'd be there this week because we're on like in every other
Jim
week.
and Otto?
No, Gigi.
Yeah, Gigi, I said.
Oh, I didn't know.
I said Richard and Gigi.
Oh.
Are the
yeah.
next 2 after these 2 up in the city.
Okay.
But we will show you guys. I don't know if we put a video up, and we love all you guys' feedback and comments.
Thank you.
Even if you don't agree how we mow.
Everybody has their opinion.
Just so people aren't worried, if you've watched us or you found us, we get what we're worth for mowing. We don't double mow a client's yard and not get paid to mow it. We bid them yards. That's how we always run our business. It might be something here in the mountains. I can tell you mowing in the mountains is definitely, I'd say, 3 times harder than mowing in the flatlands. So if you guys have never mowed in the mountains, and listen, we're not talking about little hills and bumps and yards. We're talking about our one development. We park, and literally we're parked like this, and the whole development's a hill.
Yeah, so even though their yards are a little bit more flat and there's like some terrain that goes up a little bit or whatever, for, that is our flattest. That's our flattest development.
So in the comments below, how many of you guys mow in the mountains? Whether it's in the mountains out west, whether it's in the mountains in the east, how many of you guys that watch mow up in the mountains? And you give your opinion. Do you think it's a lot more difficult to mow in the mountains than it is to mow flatland? Yeah. Me personally, I think it is. It's a lot more on your body. It's when you're weed eating, even when you're blowing, it's a lot more going up and down the hills. It's a lot more on equipment. So for our mowers to last as long as they do going up and down hills and around these mountains, it's definitely a lot more stressful than somebody who mows 95% of their lawns are flat. So
we're harder on our chalks.
Yeah. And the grass up here must grow a lot faster than you guys, because we will show you. Somebody made a comment that ain't 12 inches of grass. How big are the tires on her mower? And the tires on her mower are 24 inches high. So yes.
Well, 23.
Or 23 inches high. So yes, it was 12 inches or more. And there's no mower out there that's going to mow grass that's 12 inches with one pass without it looking fuzzy. So
I personally cannot speak about mowing in the flatlands because you guys want to hear a funny little tidbit. I used to be so allergic to grass that when Coral was mowing, I had to like go inside, shut all the windows, like not have anything to do with the mowed grass. I don't know what happened when we came here. I guess like I don't know.
Maybe you got used to all the
Yeah,
pollen
I
and
just
stuff, because
got
there's-
used to it, and now, like, I mean, believe me, I have to take Zyrtec. But before, it used to be like I could take allergy medicine, and
Yeah.
so, like, I am thankful that I'm able to help Carl now. My only experience is working in the mountains, and there are definitely some days that I'm exhausted.
So if you're a Flatlander, let us know below. Do you think we're silly? Do you think it would be harder for you to mow up in the mountains?
Yeah.
Just let us know below. But we are going to get out and mow, and this yard is 18 days. So, and it hasn't been treated this year. So
No.
it's got some growth. I'd say it's about anywhere in some spots of 6.5 inches to 12 inches tall in other spots.
We were trying to get here last week, and we ended up getting rained out.
And
And then Monday, shame on us, we were like, okay, we have to do something else. I
a
forget.
project we
Yeah.
did or something.
And then rain just came, so.
And I'll show you, I fixed Rachel's trailer somewhat. And I'm going to hit her blades really quick on that with this nifty file. So if you guys ever just want to top your blades off after a bunch of mows instead of taking them off, you can get under there and just lightly scrape it with a file. They don't have to be razor sharp.
No, just when he hits it with the file, it
makes a
definitely makes me
difference.
happy.
Now we are going to buy new blades eventually, but and then
Now
I'll put 'em
remember,
on.
we're still working with like the hydro being funky on the 36, so you'll see
how that
how like
works.
the progression works. Like the backyard, it's fine, and then I get to the front yard and it's like warm and it doesn't want to cooperate.
And
as well.
I can't mow it because I can't get in the gate.
Yeah.
But let's go.
Okay guys, that's about how long the grass is. Definitely between 6 and 10 inches, maybe 12 in some spots. Rachel's mowing that. I'll get you some before and afters of it. Okay, Rachel's making progress on that. That's the first pass, as you can see. Now, if you know, we're mowing at 4 inches here, so I already did a pass on this. So that's got to be like 12 inches tall, right? And just so you know, I am cutting at 4. Rachel has to mow this with a hill on an angle because of her 36. I have to weed eat all the outside here because there's no point of bringing a mower down. So all this I weed eat by hand, edge it, and then I weed eat that back corner all by hand. So let me get this done, and I'll let you guys know how long it took us to do this yard. This yard's like 4,600 square feet. And we mowed it, double mowed, sometimes triple in some spots. It's been 18 days. Okay, there you guys go. I think we triple mowed that in some spots, but that took 30 minutes. So we'll improve on that once everything's going good. Mr. Wiggle's barking. Okay guys, here's the next one. I want to get a time on this and we'll see where it goes. It's a little long. Oh yeah, look at the lilac we planted. Pretty, 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 right? There we go, done that one. Took 14 minutes. Off to the next one. Okay, here's the time on this one. This one's at 10 days and this one is long. As you can see Rachel out there mowing. I'll show you when I get closer. So we'll see what the time ends up being. Okay guys, this is after 10 days of growth. And Rachel's mowing at 4 inches right now on the beast. So as you can see, the grass is like 10 inches tall. But this is a weekly account. We're behind it. The rain. And look, you could leave it on one pass, but you don't want to do that. You want to make it look nice. Especially here, look at it. You can see seed heads.
Rachel's mowing this one. Now they mow it every other week, so it's not that long, and we'll only have to go 2 passes on it. But she's got most of the yard to do still. I think it'll take us 20 more minutes from here. But let me get started. Look, I fixed the gate, guys. I'm gonna add a couple more to that, but Rachel can get off and on now. Now I just gotta fix that hole. So what I'm gonna do is run a 2x4 across the bottom from that outside rail to this outside rail over here. And then I'm just gonna screw a board there and screw all them boards into the 2x4. Because there's not much, I should have did that from the beginning, and there's not much lip for these screws here. I can put more in, but I won't. Okay, Rachel's blowing everything off. There you go. That one's done. So from the time I last recorded, when Rachel had to mow all that, it's been 14 minutes. So this one probably took us a half hour, but we get a bunch more for this one. This one's 10,000. I think it's a little under 10,000. It's not, so it's a little under a quarter acre, and we get 65 to mow this. And normally when we're here weekly, I think we can get this down to probably 20 minutes. So 20 to 20, no more than 30 minutes. But you guys seen we mowed some today. I'm gonna finish my day out by mowing all these aisles. Rachel bought me peppers, all kinds of tomato plants, and if I can get it, the black cloth down and get them in, it'll motivate her to buy me more and not let them like die on in the trays. Oh man, look at all my raspberries. We're gonna have a nice raspberry crop too this year. Nice. So the goal is, I guess I'm gonna mow all these aisles, and then I'm gonna come down here and I'm just gonna weed eat the heck out of all this stuff. Weed eat all this down, kind of rake it out a little even. I'm gonna put the mound higher towards the back of this fence, and from here all the way down I'm gonna do tomatoes, and I might actually do some pepper plants or some stuff in front of them too. Actually, I'm gonna do tomatoes, climbing ones, and I'm gonna do Roma ones that aren't indeterminate below them. They might bush. That's what I might do. And then peppers, I'm gonna do all in this aisle. And Rachel has butternut squash too that grows along the trellises too. So, oh, it got breezy out here. Look at the lilies. Not lilies, they're irises. Okay, let me get this mowed before I run out of time. We have a lot. We have this all the rest of today and this weekend, tomorrow, Sunday, to get as much done as we can. Oh, look, the Weigel is blooming again. Oh, and the, I forget what that is. Yarrows.